Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tooblack. Right, we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna start off with the favorite one, some people, and it's charge, right? So let's get down to business. What is a charge? Charge. Hmm. Lawful, legal. Legal to do with the letter. So it's the spelling that we're going to look at. Spelling. Because the spelling are the elements that create the words, that create sentences, that create paragraphs, that create books. So the alphabet, alpha, beta, right? It's just the 2 or 5 or 6 levels of consciousness, but that's a different story. Charge. The CHARGE in charge, those are the elements that create the word. Okay? So we're going to spell. So, because everything is, you remember we talked about summons, to do with obia, to do with nemocracy, sorcery, seances. Okay? Same thing. So come back and do the charge. Okay? Before we get too distracted. Right, charge. Charge, look it up. You know where to look it up by now. Okay? Look it up in the Tooblack dictionary. Or Bouvier. Or anywhere. Alright? Charge is a commercial term. Okay? So in commerce. The jurisdiction is commerce. It's going to do with the old meant to be common law or civil law or whatever law, color of law, right? A charge is a charge. A dog is a dog. A pigeon is a pigeon, right? So when someone brings us a charge, as opposed to an indictment, for instance, then you deal with it accordingly. So you deal with the piece of paper that says what it says. Okay? So look at the piece of paper, and it says charge, then you know it's commercial. You get into commercial jurisdiction, and you conduct your business competently within the rules of commerce. All right? So a charge may be imposed only after services have been provided or given, right? So if I'm a cab driver, for instance, and I give you a ride home, I can charge you, okay? Because I provided you a service. So service and charges go together, okay? Same as goods and charges. So if I provide you goods and charge you, then it is within my rights to do that. Okay? So it's a commercial term. So every time you receive a charge, you know exactly what to do with it. So we're going to break down charge to see what this charge is all about. Now, for that to be a true charge, good thing about this is there's a requirement for 4. All right, 4. 4 elements. All right. Account needs to be an account that's created or pre-existing one. Right. So the account is created when you jump in the cab or go into a restaurant and you sit down, and the waitress comes over with a piece of paper and a pen, and she starts counting for what you're going to have. That's the account. All right? You get into a cab. The cab says, where do you want to go? Say whatever. And then it clicks the clock, and that's the counting begins now. Now the account is there. Element number 1 is satisfied. Number 2, the cabbie takes you home, right? If you tried walking, it took you hours to get there, sore feet, probably get robbed and shit. I don't know. But cabby takes you home, so you have the second element. That's a requirement. Obligation. Okay? So that is how the obligation is created. By you taking a cab and somebody drives you home, or by you sitting in someone's restaurant and eating their food. That's how you create the obligation. So now because you've eaten their food, you have a duty to pay them. Okay? All right? Number two. So number one, account. Number two, obligation. Number three, right of claim. Right? So whoever's bringing the claim and saying that you ate in my restaurant, I cooked for you, or I took you home, that is the guy, man or woman, who has the right to make the claim. All right? So no one else can make the claim unless power of attorney is transferred to him. All right? Okay. So, right of claim. Number three, right of claim. All right? So, whoever is going to bring the claim has to have the right to bring it. So the restaurant owner, once you've eaten, they'll bring the bill or the check or whatever you want to call it. Okay? Now they have a right to claim that you owe them so much money. Right? Why? Because it's accounted for. It's itemized. You knew the prices when you sat down. You chose what you wanted to have. So now you have an obligation to pay up. All right? Why? Because this guy, a man or a woman, has taken their time to go out, build a restaurant, right? Put nice seats in there for you, put lights in there for you, go out and buy food and cook it for you, and then serve it on you so you can sit your ass down and eat. All right? Now you have a duty, you have an obligation to cough up. And that's it, right? Fourth element, final one, the claim has to be in the right jurisdiction. All right? So, if any of the four elements is missing, it becomes a false charge. Okay? A false charge, right? I'd say there is no requirement to honor a false charge. So when somebody brings a false charge against you, you see, you deal with it in the commercial way because the charge is commerce. So you don't argue with people and start fight. I'm not going to pay you, man. We've got to pay you. Ate in the restaurant. So if you don't pay, there's a guy downstairs. We're gonna call him, and he deals with people like you. You see, and then you're gonna pay. You see, so that's what it is. Four elements required for a true charge. One element is missing is a false charge. A false charge does not have to be honored, and you let them know that. If they want to be silly, or if you want to have some fun, and they say, okay, fine. If they say to you, fine, oh yeah, we're gonna charge you for some shit. Okay, cool. Yep, you can charge me. Okay. However, before I answer any of your charges, tell me this. Okay, give me written confirmation of what you believe are legal charges, and then we can proceed. Because according to this dictionary, or that dictionary, or this dictionary, or this reference, and this reference, or that reference, and this reference, it means this. Maybe you have a different definition of a charge. Could you please refer me to the whatever source, okay? Whatever source, you get your definition of what a charge is, so it gives you the authority to bring it against me. All right? And I'll give you maybe 7 days to go and figure it out. All right? Okay? So it's dealing with stuff simply. Instead of getting too involved in it, you can pick any one word and ask them to go and figure it out before they write it up there and bring it to you. Okay? I mean, there's a whole lot of things going on. Invalid warrants, summonses, warrants being issued without proper authority, unsigned warrants, unsealed warrants. These are floating around, and people are losing their homes about this shit. Uh, so it's getting serious because it's hustling now. People who've come to the talks know, or who people who know this know that there is no one running anything. It's just grab, grab, grab. Whoever's left behind now, you just grab him. You see, there's no accountability. There's no answers from anyone. You don't know who's in charge. It's gonna get to a point where you call and ask, what's the guy's flipping guy number? Prime Minister, him. You're gonna call. Is it mistress? There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Is there something like a prime mistress? I don't know. Could anyone? Could somebody please find out? If a prime minister is a man who's the principal missionary. He's the one who's come down the mission. He's a minister because it's ecclesiastical. Everything is, right? Office, ecclesiastical. He's a minister. So he's the minister of a church, right? And that's a man. So now apparently it's not a man anymore. It's a woman. And is she the prime mistress? Apparently she's not. She's still the prime minister. She's not the prime ministress. So she's still a man. A man? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the point is that we have two emotions in people. So if you get a circle and split in half, the lower part is black and the top part is white, and that's it. Love is on top, hate is at the bottom, and that's the two emotions you see. And then man and woman is a similar comparison. I'm deviating again. I was going to another thing. We're talking about charges, aren't we? Right, charges. So it's not the prime ministress, right? It's the prime minister. He's the one who's in charge now. And I've forgotten why we were talking about the prime ministress. Minister. He's a big minister. Anyway, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about that? It's irrelevant. Right, charge. 4 elements required for a charge, for there to be a true charge. Number one, account. There has to be a account or a pre-existing account or a presumption of a pre-existing account, right? For most people who have something called a birth certificate, that's the account that was created a long time ago, all right? So that's the pre-existing account. Boom, done. Obligation. Number two, there needs to be an obligation. Right? Number three, right of claim. Whoever's bringing the claim has to have the right to bring the claim, or they have to have conferred power of attorney to somebody else to bring the claim on their behalf. All right? And that this has to be written, signed, authenticated, and the rest of it. And then the claim, the charge has to be brought in the right jurisdiction, which in this instance is commercial jurisdiction, where charges are brought. All right? I think that's straightforward. So, when someone brings a charge against you, and it's in the wrong jurisdiction, you don't deal with the detail of the charge. Understood? You motion the court to strike out because it's the jurisdiction is not proper. Right? Or if somebody brings a claim and you don't know them, and you don't owe them anything, or you don't know them, you never heard of this guy, they have no right to bring a claim against you, then that's the case then.